Let's go into a news clip right now, because I read to you again from Psalms that talks about the enemies of Israel for the time to come. Look at this. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel. Notice they're crafty like the devil, by the way, that subtle serpent of the field. That old serpent, which was the most subtle of the field. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, Israel, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. They have consulted together with one consent. They're with one mind, by the way. Look at these people that are consulting together for the time of the end here. They are confederate. They are confederate against the Israel. Look at who's first. The tabernacles of Edom. That's Esau right there. That's Mohammed bin Salman. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites, the children of Hagar, in bondage. The Arabs, the Muslims, all right, of Moab over there in South Jordan. And the Hagarenes, Jebal and Ammon and Amalek. The Philistines over there by Lebanon, over there, with the inhabitants of Tyre, Lebanon, Hezbollah, like I just said. All this is coming to pass right before our eyes right now. But notice who was first. The tabernacles of Edom, because that's the kingdom of the beast, MBS, who soon will do a deal with Israel and then get us into their final prophetic 70th week, which is the last days. The 70th week appointed unto Israel, which is a 7-year period, and the last days to the entire world. But let's take another clip here from Israeli news talking about this united front that I just read about from the book of Psalms coming to pass right now.
With dozens of rockets launched at Israel on almost every front in a span of days, it's clear that such a coordinated escalation could not have occurred without close collaboration between anti-Israel allies. On Sunday, Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah met with Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh and other senior Hamas officials in Beirut. With smiles all around, the two leaders discussed the latest developments in the Al-Aqsa Mosque and the recent flare-up in violence in the West Bank and Gaza, as well as the readiness and cooperation of the, quote, axis of resistance.
I want to add the voice of the resistance in Lebanon to that of all the resistance factions in Palestine and say that the attack on the Al-Aqsa Mosque and on the Muslim and Christian holy sites in Palestine by these Zionists won't just explode the situation inside Palestine, but will inflame the entire region.
Back in May of 2021, following days of violence between Israel and Gaza factions, this so-called axis of resistance, which also includes the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, formed a joint operations room based in Lebanon. This has been used by the sides ever since to coordinate their activities against Israel. But a key player overseeing this partnership and facilitating it is Iran's Revolutionary Guards Corps.
I can only say one thing. Our enemies are putting us to the test again, and once again, they will discover, even in this test, that we stand together, united, confident in our righteousness, and we will act together with the complete support to our forces.
While neither Hamas nor Hezbollah took responsibility for the rocket salvos originating from Gaza for Hamas and southern Lebanon and Syria for Hezbollah, both groups have effective control over these territories. Launches can't take place without at least tacit approval. And along with their Iranian partners, Hamas and Hezbollah see how events at the Al-Aqsa Mosque, the tinderbox of the Middle East, have the potential to engulf the region in violence. And they're trying to add further fuel to the flames.
All right, so you saw some of the scenes there that just started to erupt. As Passover was starting to hit in the Holy Land there, overlapping with Ramadan and also Easter. But again, one of the other things that I wanted to plug here is our new film, Esau as Edom. I keep mentioning the kingdom of Esau, Esau de Arabia, because I'm trying to show you here the deeper understanding outside of the beast being MBS. MBS is a child of Esau. He's an Edomite. Those are the people of the prince that shall come. The people of the prince are Edomites. Those are the people. The prince is Mohammed bin Salman, Prince Mohammed bin Salman. And as I've already shown you, Prince Mohammed bin Salman equals 666. And by the way, it is no coincidence that Esau is Edom. with the practice of gematria and the Sumerian cipher. That also equals 666. And on our new film, I do have Esau the Arabia over here, MBS, the beast of Revelation 13 and the Prince of the Covenant. I have him over Mount Sinai, which Paul tells me is in Arabia, with the number of the beast. And you can see the worlds here. For Esau, Edom, red pottage equals 666, by the way, with the practice of gematria. Neom, Saudi. All right, and say it slowly, by the way. Say it slowly with me. Let's see if you could get it. Let's see if you could catch on. Saudi, Saudi, Esau. That's who he is. He's a child of Esau, whom the Lord hateth. All right. So again, we do have our new film at beingjustified.com for a donation of $7. You can see it. It's an hour long. Someone just recently told me they saw it finally, and it's a masterpiece, and it will highly edify you. So make sure you, if you haven't checked it out, make sure you check it out, and it'll show you the deeper understanding from our 2022 film called The Prince of the Covenant. So in 2022, I released a film called The Prince of the Covenant, showing you that Mohammed bin Salman is the Prince of the Covenant and the Beast. But since then, this year, this is the film that shows you he's a child of Esau. He's an Edomite. And now let me also show you this. Just recently, the Twitter profile for the city that the beast is building, which is truly the land of Edom, it's called Neom. And watch what they said. The world demands change. We're here to bring it. Oh, man. And look at this. Neom is committed to better, smarter, and greener travel, powered by next-gen and regenerative tourism. And now again, I do want to remind you, in Malachi, it says, whereas Edom saith. So remember, Esau is Edom. Remember the evil twin brother that sold his birthright to Jacob. That is Esau. But the Lord also tells us Esau is Edom. So you can use the word Esau or Edom interchangeably for the same person. Esau is Edom. Edom is Esau. That's all one and the same. Well, watch what Edom is saying, which is Esau. We are impoverished. They used to be. Now they're oil giants that were propped up by the Standard Oil Company from the Rockefellers and the Jesuits. Look at this. We are impoverished. But they became oil tycoons because of the Standard Oil Company, all right, with the Rockefellers that served the Vatican. Look at this. We are impoverished, but we will return. So Edom, Esau, was going to return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build. What they're building right now is Neom, which is Edom. They are building it. That's what the Lord said. And we're seeing it come to pass before our eyes right now with Malachi. They shall build, but I will throw down when the Lord returns. And they shall call them the Edomite, the Edom area, the land of Edom. It's also a land, by the way. Esau is Edom, is a person, but it's also a land, a territory in northwestern Saudi Arabia. And they shall call them the border, because it's a land territory, the border of wickedness, with an inverted satanic logo, a pentagram logo. Look at this, border of wickedness. And the people of the prince, the Edomites, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. So that being said, let me show you again from Genesis 36, the land of Neom, which is truly Edom, and how they're trying to rebuild it. And notice what they're saying here in their latest video. And don't forget, thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir by the Red Sea. And he says, Esau is Edom. Let's take a look at this clip from Neom that just recently released. And don't forget, Neom is Edom, the land of Edom that's being built again. Like the Lord said, they will build, but the Lord's going to throw it down when he comes back shortly.
Across the world, mismanaged tourism has impacted our planet. With too much damage, too much pollution, too little care. But now, the world is demanding change.
We need a new model. That's why Neom is committed to better, smarter, and greener travel, powered by next-gen technology and measurably regenerative tourism. As the world's most ambitious project built in ancient and historic land, we are harnessing sustainable design and visitor management. Our hotels and transportation will be powered by renewable energy. We are replenishing the land, repopulating wildlife, and regenerating coral. Our goal is to make carbon footprints a thing of the past, so that every traveler's journey is focused on discovery, enjoyment, and giving back. It will be a new beginning for all.
In the world's most sustainable destination.
Neom, made to change.
Oh, they about to change it up, all right. called the last days, called the Great Reset, called the New World Order, call it what you want to call it. The Bible also says the beast and his kingdom. That's what's about to come through right now. And again, that is it for our show. If you are not in our Bible school, you need to get in it. It's free, it's online, and it's self-paced. On this school, you can learn the scriptures verse by verse according to the commandment of the everlasting God, so you can have the mutual faith of Paul. Why don't you want the mutual faith of Paul? So that you can be rooted and grounded in Christ and not tossed to and fro by every wind of doctrine. I teach the scriptures according to this commandment. It will edify you greatly in the faith, and you should join. And you can join at beingjustified.com/school today. Just reach out and we'll get you a login. And again, for those that do not know their name is in the book of life, you better hearken right now to what God has to say. Because in whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. Do not let that be you. Make sure you can prove your name is in the book of life today, because tomorrow is not promised. Again, that is at beingjustified.com/justification, where you can hear me preach the gospel of the grace of God from Romans 1 through chapters 4, and you can know how you can prove your name is in the book of life. I gave you the quick start gospel there in Romans 3, but the gospel, don't forget, Paul the apostle said, I am ready to preach the gospel to you that are at Rome also. That was in Romans chapter 1, verse 15. That is where the gospel starts, and it finishes right there around chapter 4, where he talks about being fully persuaded. Just like Abraham, knowing that what he has promised, he is able to perform. But again, go to our website. There's a plethora of information there to help your soul out, especially with the times to come, as we're about to get into the last days started by Mohammed bin Salman, the beast of the kingdom of Esau, when he does the deal with Israel. It seems like I'm the only one out there saying this, but so be it. Either way, this is your faithful watchman, Marco Ponce of beingjustified.com, an ambassador in Christ's stead. I look forward to seeing you on the next one this Friday. And that's going to be it for our Wednesday edition of the Watchman Report. Thank you for joining us live, and we will see you on the next one. Farewell.